Peace and blessings, my spiritual warriors. What's going on out there in those spiritual streets? I know you are happy to be in your new year and waking up and seeing how beautiful you truly are. I feel you. I feel you. So welcome in, guys, to Duality Rock Garden 13. I am Mama, and I figured this would be a light, special holiday message to see what spirit, I figured we would pick a card to see what spirit, what lessons you learned from last year. Maybe you have not recognized, maybe you have not thought of them yet, or maybe you're searching to see what lesson did I learn last year. What was a couple of them? Let's see how many of them pop up. How about that one? All right. Let's see how many of them popped up. So we have there your head space. It was your head space, okay? So we're talking about the 3D. We have open up. And we have give. So this is a check-in moment. Check in. So this is a 3D message. So in your 3D, guys, it was your head space and your heart space that was torqued here. Whatever whatever you were thinking about, it is that you were pounding of it. You were pounding through it here. It was through a moment in time here. You were pounding through. It was like there was different times where you had to check in on how you felt, how excited you was. It also felt like you went through came through many challenges. You were not able to believe in yourself. You were trusting more in yourself through this year. I felt like the cloud was heavy on you. I feel like you're moving to feeling more lighter. But I also feel like in 2025, it was much heavier. You were forced to pay attention to some things. You were forced into a lot of challenges. You were forced into a lot of guidance. Okay? And now you're moving to being opened up, opening your heart. Okay. I don't know. I just heard the song I Like That. So I felt like last year showed you how to set in intentions, how to go within and find a place of reflection off of these tentative movements or these tentative spaces that you have not challenge yourself in, or that has been challenging you, in. I feel like you were stirred in your car, literally or physically, okay? Take it how it resonates. I feel like you were in your car and you were steering, and God was steering you from your old places, your old spots, the old you. And there was some type of awareness. Your life was opening up to some form of awareness. And these were not pretty wonderful ways for a lot of you guys. You felt like you were almost at the edge, almost feeling like you didn't know how it would turn out, almost feeling like these challenges were like beating you up in a way, feeling like these were major psychological issues, syndrome effects here for you guys here. And through them things, you've seen little improvements, greatly improvements. And the lessons, there were lessons that were being taught to you. I feel like these were the things that you were pondering about here. They were brought forth for you to pay more attention to move you closer to your self-awareness and your self-happiness. Not someone else's happiness, but your happiness. So you will be able to move and think of more than enough ways on how you can give yourself that attention and making sure that you were more than enough. These were the lessons that were given to you in 2025. These were lessons, these were things that you may have not thought of, but you definitely went through. And these lessons were given to you to show you to think before speaking, to move, to stay still before moving, to listen before reacting. For many of us, right? And that was the heaviness. That was the heaviness. But it also was very helpful. And your heart space, not only was your heart space being engineered, being, wavered in under the wave here, being in the spirit, in an actual spirit, where you're able to wander around in the real you in real terms here and connecting to the real you. And there was a lot of things in that you overcame, whether you realized it or not. You overcame a lot of feelings. You overcame a lot of people. You overcame a lot of places. You acted on some things without reacting. And that was the lesson. That was the several codes of decoding and how spirit was decoding your 3D life to move you further for the 5D life. That was a fast lesson, and I wanted you guys to tap into to figure out what was your lesson that was given to you last year. Maybe you did not realize for some of you guys. So be it, so will it be, because it's already have happened, because you're in 2026. Maybe you may need to write this down because you're going to need it in the next year. All right. Kudos to you guys. I will see you in the next one. Keep up with your lessons as you're learning. That is your weapon. That is your weapon. All right. See you on the next one. Bye.